Okay, so um, I've been trying to learn the Mamba FX school of trading here, and I do feel like it's actually pretty valuable. So he does support and resistance and kind of trend lines, breakouts. Um, so we're gonna wait a few minutes till market opens and see. Now, I'm gonna start um, marking this out just from the beginning here. Remove the drawings. He goes to the 15-minute predominantly, I believe. And he would do kind of a basic trend line. Actually, I think the best way, because it's kind of hard to see, is do like these zones. You get a zone. You got he kind of just starts with two zones usually. So I don't know if you'd call this a zone down here. This might be a zone there, but kind of got these two zones, and then we got basically a spread for, and this is on ES 36 to 65. It's a little bit too wide of a spread for a breakout. He might call this a zone. So you got two zones here. So now this is like a 50 to 60, 70 spread. So this could be definitely a take profit there, but if we did a short, you would probably do something like this. We'd be looking for a 5 to 1, which would be or 3 to 1, 4 to 1. That would be a pretty small stop loss. And if we shot up, then we would do long position maybe to this high. Do a 4 to 1 maybe. So so I've just been practicing this kind of breakout strategy, and I do feel like it's helped with my setups. I know I've been watching some of the size trades videos, and he kind of does a similar type thing. We got 4 minutes till market opens. It's working back on the hour. Kind of wicked back there. So for the past few days, what has it done? Market opens at 9:30. So it market opened, kind of ranged a bit, and then continued up, and then reversed. We got 3 minutes market open. That kind of went up, pulled back, continue. Continue that pullback, continue. So, okay, let's lock in here. We got 2 minutes left. We've already broken out. We could kind of probably expect a pullback. We're kind of consolidating a little bit. We've already taken out some recent lows, so we might want to go up and get this low down here. I was initially thinking it was going to go down. My 1 hour push signal is, I still feel like it's a strong signal. So this is the 1 hour candle reversal. So we've also seen a continuation. Now could it pull back here? Possibly. Might get in a risk free. We're at 50 seconds left till market opens. We're kind of starting to break out of this little region here, this kind of support. "25 seconds left. I'm going to wait till it comes back and pulls back to 4.8. Market opens. Okay, and it didn't take it.
Order filled.
We're in. We're going down to 436. Get halfway there, then I could put a risk-free. I will consider getting out of the trade if it breaks above one of these levels. I'll wait for it to close. Wicked into it. If I was in a risk-free, I would have already gotten out of it. 4 seconds left for this candle to close here. Kind of closed nice. Nice wick on that 5 minute as well. Kind of an indecision though. Again, a bit of a continuation, a bit of a reversal. "15 seconds to close strong on this 1 minute. Okay, going the other way, going the other way. Okay, now we're going to look to maybe get out. "49 seconds to close.
Order filled.
I'm out. I guess I'll be waiting. So I've lost few bucks there. I want to get good at getting out of trades as well, like this. Seems to be tweezer bottoming on the 5-minute. So 2 minutes on this trade here.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm in a sell again. I'm out.
Order filled.
Down 17 bucks. Okay, 54 seconds to close on this. Kind of getting stuffed at the top of this again.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm in it again. I'm getting the hang of just getting out of trades if they're not going the way I want to go. I think that's really kind of what I need to get practice in. Manually doing it, but just getting out of trades. $45 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. It's still tweezer bottoming, which I don't like.
Order filled.
Not again. So I'm down 32 bucks. That's what I don't like about getting out of trades. You know, typically I was double downing, and but you know, actually I should have. My stop loss is here, which it has. I only got to it one time. 12 seconds left on this candle on the 5-minute. Okay, now we're shooting up. Am I on the right? Yeah, MES. Okay, we've seemed to be delayed, but okay. We've kind of did a false breakout and wicked back down. Closing strong though, actually, on the 1 and on the 5. It's pushing up.
Order filled.
I'm in again. A little 3-6. I've kind of rejected off there a few times, so hopefully we can recoup some of this. We did tweezer bottom. Volume reversal here on this candle. Let's see what our 1 hour is looking like. Still a continuation to the downside. Big push to the downside. Kind of one above that little zone I had kind of marked out from earlier, which was a resistance zone, and then now it's hopefully going to push it down. I want to see if, you know, doing this breakout strategy, keeping a tight stop loss, getting out of trades, actually works. kind of got a bit of a trend. The higher lows forming here.
Order filled.
Okay, out again. Now I'm down 45 bucks. I don't like it. I don't like losing like this, but I'm trying to stick to some sort of semblance of a strategy here. Alright, so we're going to see about the break and retest. Now my 1 hour's gone up now, so 21 minutes to see how this is going to close. I guess you could say this is a choppy day. I don't know if, well, Mama did not trade today for some reason. Okay, well, we're gonna sell.
Order filled.
I like this as a bullish or bearish continuation candle here. It's kind of not sure which way it's going to go. Still got 20 minutes left to see which way it's going to go. But right now I'm just practicing getting in once we get to the level. I guess I didn't. This was a legitimate breakout, but it was also a reversal. It reversed on us. So that, I think, was a legitimate entry here. I saw it wick down. We did have this bearish confluence here. Okay, so we kind of broke out of that little mini trend there. Three bearish candles so far on this 1 minute. Okay, we got the 5 minute. So 19 minutes to work on that one. Looking like now we are rounding the bend and coming back down. Tweezers are bottoming again. I do like multiple bearish candles on the 1 minute, wicking down as well. Like to see a strong close. 1 hour is bearish. Let's see. $45. This is wicking down. Looking a little bit better now. Testing that zone. Alright, now we got a strong push. Let's see if we can get out of the hole. I want to practice just staying also with one contract. I want to practice not doubling down, because even though it seemed to have worked for long stretches, when it doesn't work, it really hurts. So I'm going to try to stick to a strategy, stick to a game plan here. And see how it fits. I want to still be kind of instinctive, but see how my results are with getting out of trades, and also um, not over leveraging my contract size here. Okay, might be seeing another pullback at some point. For some reason, I'm feeling it. RSI's still selling off here. We could have a big push if we break this level down, though I think we could definitely make it down there to our target. Okay. Another pullback here, it looks like. Alright, still screwing around here. Okay. Size moving up now. So it's kind of counterintuitive to how I would normally trade, which is instinctively. So it feels awkward, definitely. But man, this is crazy.
Order filled.
I'm out again, so I'm down 68 bucks. It's not going great. We do have some bit of This could be a breakout line as well. I need to see a strong close above. Looking back down. Mamba, I don't think trades on Fridays in general. As far as I'm recalling. Alright. Let me see how this 1 minute closes. I'm going to take a buy here. One thing that I noticed that with this breakout, I'm not used to taking it at the end of, like, this is a good opportunity for it to pull back and reverse, so I'm not used to taking it at the end, but it is a different concept to take it at. Okay, I'm buying it.
Order filled.
I'm buying it there. And then, of course, it reverses. Then I'll probably take it to 6.2 because I'm looking also, I'm going to keep my eye on a break and retest to the downside. Okay.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, now I'm going to, fuck. Big spike. Wait. Okay, yeah, this disconnected. So, big wick, crazy wick. I feel like since it's ranged around so much, we've seen some similar patterns actually. Like, that was at the PM session. Made a big move though on that day.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm going to get into 2 because I feel like this is a strong play here. We've broken resistance or support, and we're going to close out strong on this candle. Actually, I'm going to let this go down because I do think it's probably going to fall at this point. I want to see it continue to close strong. We do not have our continuations. So I'm kind of surprised is with such force that we moved down. This is a resistance zone or a support zone, so you could see it reverse here as well. I do think I'll get in a risk-free here. This is a risk-free trade now. So we ended up, after all that, going down. Now with the tight stop loss, I ended up taking quite a few losses there. So it's kind of unfortunate. I'm still in the hole here, surprisingly, even after a nice solid rally. We're right at the support zone. We want to see how it reacts here. Are we going to close strong through it? Are we going to reject off of it? Okay, candle closed, another candle. Almost ready to get into this one contract.
Order filled.
That's good. We got a bit of a reaction off that level. It's kind of stuffing it. We got a continuation now. Okay, we're working down into this level. See how strong we close through it. Okay, we've taken that level out. How far do we want to go with it? Question is. We are wicking up now. See it close strong. It is a 5 minute. Still got a lot of time left. This 1 minute needs to close strong, I think. About to break even. So this is kind of a target level. We're kind of closing. We're kind of really pushing into it. I'd like to see a nice 5 minute close. Strong, but it might tweezer bottom at this point. I guess I will risk free here. Being that that is a kind of a pivot point. Okay, we do have some fair value gaps. So that, let's see, 1 minute, 1, 2, we have 2 fair value gaps. One is right there, right where our break even is, or it's a little bit of a win, I guess. So It all comes down to, am I getting in good trades? Now, the volatility can be confusing sometimes because overall, with the stop loss, you obviously can get stopped out with the tight stop loss. So it's figuring out what those real high probability setups are. Okay, so we are kind of reversing.
Stop filled.
I'm gonna buy.
Order filled.
I'm gonna buy, and I'm gonna go to this 4.8. I think it's rejected enough here. Looks like we might be making a fair value gap. We got 23 minutes, minute 23 on the 5 minute. We're looking down. No fair value. Yeah, okay, so 5 minute. Wow, look at that. Okay. "31 seconds for this." Nice solid close to the downside, which is not what we want to see. It looks like it was a bit of just a pullback. Okay, wick down. Let's see if we continue up from here. Now, had I doubled down, I picked my direction. Had I done my double down, as I would normally do, I would have probably crushed it today. We're already in a clear downward bias, already pulled back. It was kind of a clear sell-off today. It is Friday as well. Okay, we're going to take it up to this next level, hopefully. Tweezer bottoming on the 1 hour. Good to see. Should be tweezer bottoming on the rest of the time frames as well. Looking up. Okay, we'll hopefully get out of this trade with profit. Nice reversal off of that level. I like that. This is a high volume zone, so I think there is a little bit of incentive to want to go towards that high volume zone.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm getting another trade here. This is quite different than trading. It's almost disorienting, trading in a completely different way that I've been trading. And so hey baby, I'm streaming. What's up?
Okay, I'm going to public. You want something?
Going to Publix? What, are you getting water?
Okay, alright,
And think of something for lunch too if you want something different. Think about what we have. Okay, baby. Bye. Okay, got wick down heavy. Okay, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Probably not going to see the volume that we had on the previous candle. 167 on the previous candle. Still got for 56 minutes. Trend, not bad trend though. $137 on this candle, and tweezer bottoming. I mean, tweezer bottoming. I think will get us to this take profit here at least. Still got 28 minutes left on that though. Okay, we do have the reversal on the 15-minute tweezer bottom. So we're seeing a good amount of volume here. And there's still 10 minutes to go on this, but it is coming down again. So this can turn into a continuation. Don't like to see that. Not crazy about it now, not crazy about it. This is not looking good. Okay, really heavily tweezer bottoming now. Okay. It's 5 minutes. So we got wick down on that one. It is a bullish candle though. Okay, we'll tweezer bottoming back up. Kind of a crazy day, not typical market structure, I would say. Being patient. Now that's the other thing about the double down strategy. A lot of times, if I'm just patient, then price tends to come back around. And I mean, I don't know what to make of this as far as like the break or the support and resistance strategy. Maybe if I started looking at things on a higher time frame. This is a pullback. We kind of opened and rejected off that level. You could see, I've seen 765. It's 30 points down there. Looking at a larger time frame, I have indicated something. Now we're still kind of ranging. This is like an up. And then we broke through support, but now we're climbing back up on some of these higher time frames, wicking back up. .30-minute just started. We're gonna wicking up. I mean, this looks not too bad, but we need to see us break that wick up top there. 2 tweezer bottoms. So that looks pretty good. We've kind of created a little bit of a support zone around this level. Okay, we're back into profit. 117. I don't know. I feel like this price gonna want to come back up. We're kind of in this ranged zone here, so we could come back and test this upper part of the range there. Okay, we're almost back into profit here. Okay, we're back in profit. Nice push up. I like that. Hopefully we have a strong push through this level
Order filled.
into profit. This continuation, hopefully. I'm close down. This is like a nice tweezer bottom, so I think we could actually 4, 6, 8. We can maybe even go up. But I do kind of want to look. Oh, we're in profit. Six, 2. I'm gonna get out at 6-2 at this potential opening range breakout. I consider locking in profit, but this is kind of like a breakout. You know, is it going to just tank back down again? We have gotten into, I think, to reevaluate my strategy, leveraging to 2 contracts. If I find a good re-entry, then I'll re-enter again with up to 2 contracts. Okay, we've gotten past this little zone here, wicked it down, but it is kind of like a support zone potentially as well, which we supported it here. So if it breaks below this wick, might be a little concerning. But this could be, actually, we'll do that. We'll break, so we'll lock in the profits here, because previously, and it had broken below here. This is 4, 6, yeah. So if it breaks below here, it's probably going to be going down again, because this was some previous support here. So I feel like that's good. I'm not mad at that. Four, 6, 2. Yeah, 4, 6, 2. I think will be a target. We'll see if we want to break out from there. Kind of keeping this support. I like that. We want to see another little breakout. If we can break above, and then we got 3 candles there. 2 minutes left on this. We may come down. We're going to kind of equal high tweezer topping here again. We've got a fair value gap. If we could hold on strong here, this is in a fair value gap. Kind of equal bottom there. Looks like we might take it out, which is okay. Yep. Yep. Dipped into. That is a fair value gap as well. So we've kind of mitigated that fair value gap. Strong push up against, so it is kind of respecting it to a degree. Kind of tweezer bottoming. We got 24 seconds to close strong on this candle, hopefully. If we could break above these highs, that would be a nice signal that we could continue to our take profit. 8 seconds left to close strong on this candle. Kind of pushing back a little bit. New candle not quite gapped up, but we will. Nice. Okay, we could move up a bit. Yep. Looks good. Let's see how we're gonna do when we get to our our opening range breakout level. This is also kind of a breakout level that we've established as well. So. Okay, big wick down at that level. So we have seen a little bit of pushback here. Okay, we need to see 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, 5 minutes.
Order filled.
Getting out of it and try to reposition. Still feel like we're in a nice solid leg up, but might come down. Touches.
Order filled.
Nice. It is a support zone. This fair value gap might be a pullback re-entry. Nice push down though. I don't like that. Reversal. We got a volume reversal on this candle. It's potential. It's like that's like a preemptive, which I don't know that that's accurate. This is more accurate. So I'm on a 5 minute. Yeah, it's still bullish on the 5 minute. So still in one candle. Might come down though and tag in. The 1 hour still bearish though. This is not a reversal yet. And it is making waves to be a reversal. If it doesn't totally drop.
Order filled.
Okay, heavy fall here. Heavy fall. I don't like that. Okay. What's my 1 hour doing? So, crazy wick down. 42 minutes left. with 42 minutes left, it should get close to maybe being a reversal candle. Kind of respecting the fair value gap. We've basically totally mitigated it, but now starting to respect this lower level here at the bottom. Let me also see what's our trend line doing. So we are getting closer and closer to our trend line, so we could see a potential breakout if price goes below that level. Now we are trending down in a big way. 41 minutes left on this candle. Not liking the position. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a pullback and continue higher. I got to remember on overall structure, we're kind of making higher highs and higher lows. We did make wick down into a lower low, but the overall bodies are kind of holding here. Wow, okay, so now we're really tanking. Down 80, down 30 bucks on the day now. How far do I want to let this go? Obviously, if I get down to this zone, it's going to be a breakout to the downside. We got the support level if this gets broken, and then we broke this trend line level. I don't know if it's technically a trend line level. Actually, this is more like the trend line level because it's got 3 points. But let me look on lower time frames. Kind of a trend line level. Okay. We don't really have 3 touches here. That's the only thing about this. It does make me think, though, because of all those levels down there, this is kind of also a level. Okay, we're starting to head back up. Bottoming back up. Kind of a crazy day, not typical market structure, I would say. Okay, we're starting to head back up. All right, so we are tweezer bottoming on the 1 hour, which is looking good. We are more than halfway to getting the volume we need to continue up, I think. So we still got 38 minutes left in this 1 hour candle. Starting to see some of the shifts. The 90 minute getting above the support zone. We're pushing back above the support zone. Almost going to take a TP off the table.
Order filled.
Okay. Gives us a little cushion. Back in profit on the day. Okay, now I could see it going up to 6.2 again, potentially, even though this is like kind of like a crazy indecision candle. But this candle made a strong pushback above after getting wick down. And this is was a bearish candle, but it got wicked up quite a bit. And we'd like to see another push up in volume, which I don't think we'll see on this We're not making the volume to keep pushing up from here. Nice fair value gap on this 1 minute. So that's something. No fair value gaps on the 5 minute. Nothing on the 15 minute. So I think once it breaks above, it might really break above. So I might even get into another contract if it breaks above this level here. I want to see it really push though. RSI is up. I want to see a nice solid close. It's wicking down. Okay, kind of wick down on this. So I'm not going to enter in yet. I want to see a strong close. But I'm kind of looking at this break and retest as well. So if I did take, I might take it and then, okay, looking back down again. Tweeds are topping. Okay, I think we're going to go for 6-2 at this point now, if it doesn't totally reverse on us. Our 1 hour still is bearish, our 1 hour push. But we will probably, as long as this doesn't totally reverse on us with the craziest wick ever, then this will be an up candle, and I could see us going up pretty much for the rest of the day. Looking back up here, tapped into, wicked into this zone here. Fair value gap, mitigated the fair value gap, but let's see, 4.9. Okay, it's kind of nice. I think I'll get out. If it goes below this level again, then I'll probably want to be out of it, because we've already mitigated the fair value gap, and we did respect it. But if it comes down to test it again, then I don't think there's a signal that we want to continue up. So now we've got this nice little push, which I like. If we can close strong, we might see continue up. 59 seconds. Okay, we did not close strong, really. We closed bullish, but we'll kind of wick down a little bit. If this one fails to break this high, then I might pull out altogether. Okay, we broke the high. Previous candle. Going back down. I'm out.
Order filled.
see if we want to break down. I'm actually going to take
Order
this
filled.
down. If we have a heavy down push, I'm going to take it maybe down to here. I'm going to get out of it if it wants to go up. This is a little bit of a gamble, but we've just mitigated these fair value gaps. We've made it lower low. We've had a reversal push. I think we might want to go low and test this low here. We're at kind of a high volume range here. If there's a strong bodied close up, then I will probably get out. Kind of looking up. I'm out.
Order filled.
I'm gonna
Order filled.
continue going back up. 6-2. A little bit of a loss. Okay. But I'm getting out when I see signals I don't like. I'm trying to get out initially, and I'm at this support slash resistance zone, or support slash resistance zone. So I did not like that movement to the downside. 2 mitigations, and then, but now we're kind of starting to want to go back up again. So not break the low. Support still.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm getting out though. Actually, I'm gonna sell.
Order filled.
Stupid again. Damn it. Okay. I feel like we're trending down. There we go. Okay, so a couple losses kind of screwed me, and I'm down to $40 profit. We're not wanting to push down really, it looks like. We're kind of under this support zone. Getting a pushback in volume there, okay. This might want to push down more. 16 seconds left. Okay, looks like we'll push down a little bit. Okay, tweeze the bottoming. Got out with a little bit of profit. Now I want to see it actually go up
Order filled.
to that 6.2. We kind of broke under, like, I guess, kind of trend line, but we whipped back up quite a bit. So I like that it's going back up. If we can get above this support zone. I should have actually waited to get above that support zone. Okay, push it down again. Not any big wicks on that little turnaround there, which I guess it doesn't have to be. Hey, Sugar. How'd it go?
Good.
You making Publix?
Yeah, I need to go rest first. Hey.
I want to see this kind of be a pivot point, but it looks like it's not. We need to see RSI kick back up. want to see like a breakout here. Oh, got shoved down.
Order filled.
I'm going down now. I'm going to take it down past this level, support level. Okay, of course. See, I feel like if we break past, I don't know, a little premature probably, but we got 3 levels here, touch levels. We got 4 bearish candles there. Took out that low. Looking back up, but it's a strong breakout of that level. We got to see if we get to this support level and overall trend line is at 432. I got my order right past. Let's see what kind of looks we'll get on this candle here. Doesn't quite have the volume. I'm gonna get out
Order filled.
with a little bit of profit. Okay, I'm actually gonna buy.
Order filled.
Now maybe we go to 6.2. Now maybe we go to 6.2. I think we got some kind of equal lows here. Still don't like that we're below this kind of trend line here. We are in an overall upward trend over the course of the day. So I like that we're basically, we got 1 hour, we got 18 minutes left. Could totally break through. We whipped basically down the whole range at this point. And we are fast approaching the bottom here. That's where we take sells again. I mean, if we look on our higher time frames, we're kind of, I mean, we're in an uptrend as well. I mean, I guess you consider this a break of that trend line. And then from here, we're in this downward range. Oh, let's see. So I think I'm flip-flopping a little too much. I need to see. This is kind of our bottom here. We do have this volume profile there that shows big draw to volume there. This is where we would like to see a big reaction to the upside. Seconds left there. 20 seconds left on this. We are making lower lows. We got two bearish 15-minute candles, but we are kind of bottoming out, hopefully here. See if it want to break that range, or does it want to go up? Looks like it's breaking to the bottom. Okay, looks like we're kind of breaking out to the downside of this consolidation. Okay, we're back to about break even now. Big wick down. Let's see what we're going to do at this level. Breaking below the level. Is it a strong close, or are we going to wick back up? I'm scared to get into leverage because we're so close to this other range, but if it goes below there, I want to get out anyway. So
Order filled.
I'm going to get out of one quickly. And if we break to the downside, then I'm going to get out completely. I'm going to go there. I feel like this could be reversal if it's a fake out breakout, fake out reversal. Crazy day still. Fair value gap. Is it a tiny fair value gap? Maybe not. Teeny tiny fair value gap. Teeny tiny fair value gap. Okay. Not anymore. Okay. Still kind of above this range. We're pushing down strong though. Kind of in profit a little bit. We still got our 1 hour down push, and I don't know that we'll break it. Well, actually, we're getting really close. We got 11 minutes. If this candle can hold strong, this will be a reversal candle. We got 10 minutes on it. It's kind of looking like we're gonna go south. But we're at this zone here, so see if we want to reverse here or not. We want to get back above that zone like this. If we could break that high, that'd be a good look. Okay, I like this. Fair value gap. We got a nice push. 10 minutes left on the 1 hour. Wicking back up on a lot of these. Like that on the 15. Nice wick up and reversal. 10 minutes on the 1 hour. I'd like to see it go all the way back up now. Take perfect.
Order filled.
Perfect. Now we're so far down here that now is a good place to get in a risk-free. See if we can get past this zone. It's kind of looking real good to keep going up. It's a couple of the biggest candles we've seen all day consecutively. Crazy head and shoulders thing going, two-headed monster, whatever you want to call that. Okay, 8 minutes left. Crazy head and shoulders. Now, if it comes all the way back down, that's it for the day. I mean, we don't know what's going on. But I think I am happy that I've been getting out of trades that don't look like they're going my way, using the support and resistance as key pivotal points, and I think overall, this is what I need to strengthen the muscle of getting out of trades. So right at this pivot point, let's see what the 15 minutes doing. We could pull back a little bit, but I think we're going to want to go higher. I think 6.2 is still a reasonable spot, even if we break above these highs. Look at that. Kind of lines up too. Okay, pullback, we expected it. 7 minutes left. Do we go all the way down to our stop loss there, which is a small take profit? I don't think so. I guess that should still lock us in some profit. Like, we should still be up, I don't know, let's see, $70 or so. Yeah, I see us kind of going up for the rest of the day, but maybe not. So, big picture. I mean, we have in this little channel, we have plenty of room to break out and go much higher. Okay, so things are starting to look up. Our 1 hour has shifted now, it looks like. 1 hour push. We've broken the volume. I think actually now I might even double down again, get into another contract. We've got a little bit of a pullback here.
Order filled.
I'm going to go there. I'm going to move. And then 2. Got a 1 here. Did change my stop loss, but I feel at this point we're going up. We got 5 minutes to close on this. It is a wick down candle. I could see us dipping down. If we get out, I would say if we break these levels down here, we need to be out, and that's just a good point to be out. But this was, I think, a little nice solid little get if we could get that out of there to get our stop loss back down, even in a better position. We've already kind of broken out. What's it doing? What's he doing? Come on. I feel much better getting out of one of those positions. But we've consolidated quite a bit here. We should be getting that. That's no-brainer right there. We need to close strong though. Okay, we're pulling back a little bit. 1 hour, still strong. 3 minutes. Okay, we're getting that. That's done. 2 big tweezer bottoms. We got above this level.
Order filled.
We're gonna get, looks like we're moving well to our take profit. So we're already basically halfway there. I will put a sell here, break even. Pushing up strong. We're gonna go to I'm gonna get in my 1 minute just to see what happens, because this will be at this kind of weird little zone here. See if we can hit a break. This is at 250, right on the money. Fair value gap. Let's see if it tweezer tops. Already taken a good amount of profit. I think actually that is like a premature. I think if it goes, well, we've already broken above this level, all these highs here. Next target is kind of this high. really. This is, I mean, we're knocking at the door to break this trend, and if we go above here, then we could be going even higher. So I want to just pause here at this midline of the opening range breakout and see if we're going to continue up or we're going to reject off of that and continue down for 10, 15 points.
Order filled.
Okay, so now we're out of everything. We're going to take a look here. RSI is still crazy high. So this is looking like it's continuing. We do have this zone up here too, so it might reject off that zone. So I want to see, okay, we got a lot of volume stepping in here. We got, we'll probably break the previous volume. I'm kind of hesitating. Seems like it's moving up. If it closes above, I might just re-enter or wait for a pullback. If it hits this zone, or if it blasts through this zone, I might enter. If it probably is going to pull back at some point, potentially here, or when it gets to that zone. We've already closed one candle above. Let's look at the 5 minute. This is the candle. If it closes above this candle in 5 minutes, then it's probably going to keep going to some extent. But that was a big move, and it's probably going to consolidate for a bit, I would think. But we're right at all these zones. Oops. So we're right at all these zones. If we zoom out, it could make its way down again. So this is from here 65, you know, that's 30 points. So it could, depending on if we disrespect or respect the zone, this opening range breakout midline. What you got, babe?
Borrow your phone. This guy.
So we still got 4 minutes to see what it wants to do here. If it closes above it, it's a good sign. Well, this is a little surge in volume, it looks like. We're probably, we could potentially break the volume of the previous. Three minutes left. Let's see. We're kind of wicking around a little bit, coming down on the 1 minute. But we got a lot of bullish confluences here. What you need, babe? So, yeah, looks like we might pull back. We're not going to close with the body above that midline. Well, it's still time. Still got almost 3 minutes, but it looks like we're pushing down a little bit. No fair value gap to the downside yet on the 1 minute. Good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles above the midline at this point. So I'm trying to think if I do go in for a buy off of this midline, maybe even at a little bit of a discount, depending on where this gets to. I don't know. I guess I need to wait and see what it wants to do. Give me some love in the chat if you don't mind. Say hi at least. Introduce yourself. I was I signed up for the Mamba Effects Discord, and I was trying to learn a little bit of his strategy. He's crazy. Like on his live stream, he'll be trading for 2 minutes, and then he's boom out. Just made $100,000. See you guys tomorrow. And he's really disciplined of not trading if he doesn't see what he needs to see. So it's pretty impressive so far from what I've seen. But what I'm having a hard time doing now is paying attention to looking at his charts with his entries and following his um, analysis, but then try to enter in with my own charts, swapping back and forth to different charts and stuff. I feel like you could just be listening for the cue and then be ready to enter and hit enter, but you can't like analyze and enter in at the same time. It just seems kind of hard. So you could probably just enter in and follow his lead and make the trades he's making to a small margin of error, probably because of delay. But I want to more so learn and kind of get a feel for what he's doing in the moment. And I think that requires focus and looking at his chart while he's entering in the chart. Okay, so we look like we might be reversing off of here. We've not closed above. So it looks like that was a good exit at this point. Up 220 today, but I feel like we have another big move in us. So we're right at the top of this zone. We've come down, we did some crazy work here. Kind of broke above it, and now it's kind of coming back down. No fair value yet. There's another little push up. I feel like we've already disrespected it so much. We came out the top of the zone as well. We hit this zone. I don't know that we're going to want to continue. Might even take a sale here. But we're so close to the zone, that zone might be in play. I want to see some sort of breakout. We got this little micro got this little micro zone here happening. We're in an uptrend. This could be kind of a pullback, so we could go to the upside. We could break out to the bottom. See, we're kind of breaking out. If I see a fair value gap, which I do see one, let's see if it solidifies. Got 48 seconds. I'm not going to get into premature. And then I might even wait for a pullback into the fair value gap. Nice solid breakout though. This candle is screwing around a little bit. Still got a fair value gap. 22 seconds left on this candle. Respecting that fair value gap. Okay, no fair value, oh, micro fair value gap. No fair value gap, okay. No fair value gap, and we got a little bit of a pushback to the upside. Might be making a fair value gap to the upside. Glad I waited on that. Okay, we're making a fair value gap to the upside. We need to see one on the 5-minute though, I think. On the 5-minute, kind of get rid of a bit of the noise from the 1-minute chart. Well, I'm going to turn off the camera and let this play out, but thanks for joining. All right, I decided to hop back on the video so I could chit chat with you a little bit. It's my first time here. I'm interested to hear what you've got going on your charts. So I'm fairly new, but I've started to get some success. But I'm still kind of like testing various strategies and stuff. But the biggest thing, so this is TradingView, and I'm using on TradingView. I'm using TradingView to kind of chart out my strategy or whatnot. Lately, I've been I've been following Mamba FX, and he's a breakout trader, and I feel like it's helped me a little bit stronger entries and understand where price wants to go, where liquidity is. So things I've created myself, I got, for one, this momentum shift. Excuse me. Momentum shift. So I've created this. I used ChatGPT and I created this script for the Pine Editor for when the previous candle is exceeded in volume by the next candle, it will highlight the body of the candle. So for instance, we were here, this is a bullish candle, this is a bearish, and then this bullish candle was higher volume than the previous candle, and it goes on any time frame. And then following that, this bearish candle was higher volume than this candle, and then this bearish candle was higher volume than this candle. And then it reversed, and this one was higher, and then this one was less, and then this one was less. So you can kind of see where the momentum shifts. And I felt that very helpful. I found that very helpful for the market open. So a little thing I noticed when I created this indicator is kind of like by the way, this is the futures market open at 8 a.m., the U.S. futures market open, which is an important time for the market. And then this is the New York Stock Exchange open. So you see a lot of volatility once the New York Stock Exchange opens. And so I have this indicator that I also made on ChatGPT to mark out opening ranges. But what I noticed is on these opening ranges, kind of whatever the most recent opening range before market opens, the volume, whatever's the highlighted candle, it kind of is dictating kind of where the volume wants to go. And so this one, the market opens, it kind of, on the 1 hour specifically, it was yellow, so that means there's more volume, there's a kind of reversal of momentum, and it kind of went up. And you could see that on a lot of these. So the most recent one was bearish before market open, and it kind of went down. Now this one, it's not like that all the time, but this one at some point pre-market went up and then it pulled back. So you do kind of have to watch it moment for moment. But if you see here, bullish, and it kind of continued to be bullish. Like the most recent one before market, bearish, and it kind of continued to be bearish. So that's one thing that I developed myself. And then the other thing I've been using now is kind of support and resistance levels. So this is what Mamba FX does, and you could see I've kind of created on the higher time frame. If you could even go up even higher, so you could see on the 2 hour we kind of broke this trend of having it kind of started to on these 2 hour candles. You know, you can go to the daily. It started to because of the war and everything, started to consolidate. Eventually it broke this trend. Now we're kind of in like a little bit of a downtrend channel. And if you look now, so this is like a kind of a higher time frame downtrend channel, and you can see it kind of tracks in this channel. You got multiple touch points. So these are like key pivot areas. And if you keep zooming in, because it's kind of fractal, then you could see that after our last market's close, we kind of came down and started consolidating again. And then we kind of eventually, in the recent day here, you could see it kind of started to create a channel, a trend line channel again.
So you got the kind of angular trend channels, and then you also got these support and resistant lines. So if you got more than one touch point, you could call that a support zone. And then if it breaks out of it in a significant way, then you could probably see it go to the next support zone. And on the 15-minute, when I'm pre-market, I kind of marked out these little zones here, so multiple touch points pre-market. So I had some multiple touch points here pre-market, and then I'm looking to see price go from one zone to the next. And when I got to the bottom, I see we kind of started to reject and tweezer bottom twice off of this kind of larger trend line channel and this a little bit of a support channel on lower time frames. You can see kind of multiple touches. So you mark off these support and resistance and the trend lines, and then use those as kind of, if it breaks through, then you could see like this one, it broke through this one, which I was on a phone call with my job. But I broke through here, I wasn't paying attention. But I kind of sensed it was going to go to this trend line channel, which was, you could see here, a support channel previously, but then turns into kind of a resistance channel, zone rather. So now it's kind of rejecting off there. It may kind of false reject and then continue on to this maybe larger trend line channel or some other kind of support and resistance zone. And so that's basically what I'm doing. Okay. So yeah, so I've been trying to implement that, and for me, well, I could say if you watched some previous streams, I'm kind of like, I was doing a double down technique where I basically just refused to lose. And a lot of times market will come back and take profit. I had turned a $500 account into $2,500 in a couple weeks. And then, you inevitably would have some sort of blowout moment, and basically double down. Oh,
can I take your phone number, and when you finish,
a second.
I will call you right back?
And so, anyways, I'm working on implementing this for like better entries. So waiting, be a little more patient to see how it's reacting to some of these zones, and then kind of take some entries when they react or reject off of some of these trend lines or zone lines, and then look at as you enter, like as I was trading upwards to this, I had another strategy is opening range breakout strategy. So this midline here on the opening range, 15-minute candle opening range, is a kind of a point of decision too, because there's a lot of liquidity. It might reject off there and then make a 15, 20, 25, 30 point move from there, or it might kind of fake reject and continue through, or just continue through. So in this case, I wasn't paying attention, but I was looking to anticipate if it failed to break through this, like on the 1 minute. On the 1 minute, it had candles bodies close above the midpoint, and on the 5 minute, it kind of started to reject, but then I didn't take it because I wasn't paying attention, but that could have been a potential entry. But because it was kind of weakened by the bodies closing above here, it wasn't a real powerful reject, I probably wouldn't have taken it anyways. But then when it came back up and tested it and then closed through it and then had another candle close above it, and then we were above this, we were at this zone here of multiple touch points, pivot highs and multiple touch points, then that went up, okay? And then I'm looking as a target this. Now, it could have rejected and went back, and I saw it started to tweezer top, so I got out of it, I think, at that point. And then I took it on the pullback because I saw it tweezer bottom and then continue up. And so, does that make sense? I'm kind of learning myself, but I'm having some success. Now what I'm focusing on is getting out of trades, because for so long with this double down strategy, I had the muscle memory of not getting out of trades, so I'll just watch it go the wrong way. And so now I'm getting the muscle memory of, if I see price get close to this pivotal level here, and I see it break through with some force and some volume, then I just probably get out of whatever trade and not look for a pullback to go continue higher or something. I could always re-enter. So even so, like I was in, I think I actually took a trade down, if I'm not mistaken, at this level here. I took a sell, no. You can see I was underwater on that. Yeah, I took a sell here because I was like, it was a big trade down. And then I wasn't paying attention, I was on the phone. So it went all the way up. And so then I got out of it. And I immediately said, well, we're above this pivot point. It pulled back. It's continuing up. We're going higher. So I just went ahead and got into buy. I got out of here because I saw it, you know, took this, and I don't know why I decided, I think I had my original stop loss here. But then I knew kind of wanted to go up potentially more after ranging around a bit, rejecting off of this level. And then I got into an entry to see it to this zone here. So now we're making kind of lower highs and lower lows on the 1 minute, and we could continue to go higher. We're not making fair value gaps. We're kind of ranging around, but we're at this pivotal place. So I would probably wait for a large candle to go up, to maybe go up to here. And so it's kind of like volume, in that where you're chasing volume, using volume to chase potential liquidity pockets where buys and sells might be resting. Does that make sense? Does that help? I'm sorry, I'm still kind of figuring it out as I say it, but and I'm kind of probably over trading, but I'm still kind of getting a feel for when's a good time to trade, when's a bad time to trade. Now, after getting out of that trade and understanding that we've kind of been consolidating, it's not really a great time to be in until I see some more support and resistance being tested. So we could wait to see if it goes up here. We're creating even on the 5 minute here, another kind of a resistance level. And so this level could be something we break through. So you got this larger and then this minor kind of resistance level. This could want to go up till this channel. We're in this kind of larger downtrend channel, so it could go somewhere up into here and then eventually start to pull back if it's overbought, or it could range around here a bit more and then pull back. At any time it could totally reverse, but it might range a little bit more. But I'm hesitant. A lot of my losses have come chasing the high or chasing this level, so it could reverse at any moment. So I'm trying to really look for a key indication that it either wants to continue up, or if it is reversing, I want to look for fair value gaps. I want to see like 2 bearish fair value gaps and maybe like a 5 minute fair value gap to continue down. And since we've gone up so high, I mean, you wouldn't expect it to just necessarily go all the way down and test this low again. You might see a lower high or a higher low, and then eventually make a higher high or something, come back up to test this level. So it's kind of marking out these key levels and looking for volume to see where we're at. So the 1 hour I keep an eye on because of this reason here. I was waiting for that to shift. Once I saw this start to shift and I knew it was going to probably close bullish, I thought, well, it's probably going to have a little bit of continuation before it reverses again. And that's kind of what the market's been doing after 12:30 anyways. It kind of like will be a bit rambunctious and then we'll kind of pick a direction and go. So this is 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Here it's 10, but then it got up to 12, and then it just eventually started to pick a direction. Here by 12, we kind of went up and then we came back down. So looking at the previous day, you could kind of see a little bit of a pattern what might be happening. So I hope that helps. Well, how far are you in your trading journey? And what do you trade, or have you? I'm still on a paper account, by the way. So I've done some evals. I've passed probably 7 evals, but never have gotten a payout once I've gotten past the eval process. So I feel like that's because of the restrictions and everything. I don't know if I feel confident going into using evals because of the daily loss limit and whatnot. You have to be like really scaled down really far to stay without blowing your account on those funded accounts, and you're not basically making enough money to really. It's hard to make. I think the minimum is usually $250 per day for 5 days of profit, which is on a small account. It's kind of hard to do, trading small contracts, one contract on ES. So, I don't know. I think I'm gearing up. Really, I want to get more data on the paper trading to see what my thresholds are. So what is my max drawdown? Which, when I was doing the double down strategy, it was crazy because I would go into drawdown once I built up the account. I go to draw down like $1,200, and then I kind of expected it to go back. I doubled down my way out of it, and then take profit. And so most recently, I turned a $500 paper account into $2,500, and then I pretty much blew it. And then I started with a $5K paper account, and then I turned it into $3,000 profit. And then I started to blow it. So I wanted to find a strategy that I could be better at managing my risk. I'm still kind of double downing, but only one contract instead of up to 16 contracts. And then I'm getting out of trades when I'm getting to these pivotal places and it's not going the way that I want to go, or it's going away. I expect it to kind of break out to the downside once we've gotten past a certain level. So, anyways, that's where I'm at. What are you trading? So now we're making our lower high and our lower low. We're kind of rejecting off of here, but I would still be cautious. I'd still want to see probably a fair value gap. We did make a fair value gap going down, then we've inverted it. So I probably want to see, like on the 5 minute, make a fair value gap, and then ride it maybe for a short distance, maybe either to these equal lows here, or maybe into this trend line, top of this trend. A lot of times it will retouch a trend line once it breaks out. Like it kind of did here. It came up, it went all the way up, and then came back, touched it, and went back up. So MMQ, and on the same point, yeah. So how long have you been trading for, may I ask? I've been trading for, I think successfully, not pseudo-successfully. I've been seeing progress for the last 4 months. But I first started looking at charts last May. So I've been showing up. I've been putting in the time. And I got past the point where I had just no earthly idea what's going on. Now I'm kind of learning a little market structure techniques and whatnot. So I am seeing there. I think now that I'm getting to the point where I'm managing my risk better and learning to have the muscle memory to get out of a losing trade, I think I could continue to be profitable. And a lot of times I am. It's only when I doubled down to infinity that I've blown my accounts. Yeah, so you're still there. You're less than a year. You definitely are still feeling it out. So that's my big takeaways is really looking at volume, looking at candle structure. Oh, another indicator that I like is, and I think you could actually find this. You could find these aggression bursts, which that's another one I'll show you. Aggression. I made these with ChatGPT. Which are the ones that I do? So a lot of these you can download if you want to see. Now we're moving down. This one is aggression bursts. You got to tweak it, but this is like it'll chart on. See, I don't know if I should get in or out. 5 minute. I'll probably want to see the next 5 minute candle close. We're going to start to make a fair value gap here, but I would want to see. So we made with this Arjo. Okay, this Arjo indicator. This, I've been watching his videos on candle science, which have been very helpful. And so he looks at PD arrays. So fair value gaps, pivot highs and lows. And so this indicator I made marks out fair value gaps, but it also will put as a target, like here's a target. This is a pivot low that would be a potential respect target. So now that we're in a kind of a downtrend, market structure shifted, we're in a downtrend. On this 1 minute time frame, this is like a target. And you could go to all time frames. On the 5 minute, we have not broken structure because this is the market structure down here. We'd have to break this to be in a downtrend. This is kind of still saying it might go up. So this is probably this is a fair value gap. This is a pivot low, but it will use PD arrays, pivot lows and highs. I'm sorry. The PD arrays are pivot lows and highs, order blocks, and fair value gaps. And this, at one point when I made this indicator, I was just using this, and I was successful. I got this paper account on TradingView up to 25,000, which is a 50K simulated. So it's really like on a small account getting it to 2,000, 2,500 or something like that. So anyways, all right, so we would still be waiting here, and I'd want to take probably a pullback. We're kind of starting to get in a clear downtrend. RSI is bottoming out. We're probably going to retrace up a little bit. But anyways, thanks for chatting. This is like exciting for me because you're the first person that's probably ever chatted since I've been streaming the last 60 days or whatever it's been. But good luck to your trading journey, and feel free to chime in every now and then, see where we're at. But I'm going to try to stream every morning and track my progress. I could use it to like see where things went right or wrong. See, now we kind of broke this resistance here. I think I might go on one contract here.
Order filled.
And I would probably just go to this 8.0 just to be safe. I don't want to go crazy at this point. And then, even though it's a little premature, actually, it's a little premature, because I did want to wait for this order block, actually 2 candles to form. I would want another 5 minute candle to form. And I want to see if we're inverting fair value gaps at any point. So it might pull back into this fair value gap, but this seems like a reasonable get here now that we're in this downtrend. It could go even further, but 7.9 might actually below where we need to be. I probably want to be a little bit above, so that's good. So it might retest this zone here. Maybe we can go to 8.0. And then I could potentially even, if I see it respecting, I could potentially even double down. I put it, maybe go in for another contract and just go to here. So now we're kind of making like an equal low. If this breaks this low, it probably will go to here. Okay, we made that 5 minute fair value gap. It's probably going to pull back and get some liquidity out of it. So this is where I might go in. If it went above this high, I'd be a little concerned. Because what happens, what Arjo will say, if you've gone into this fair value gap past the most, where the fair value gap, the high is or low, then you've mitigated it. It's no longer the fair value gap that is the point of contention. It's the high that it will have made. So, so if this goes up to say here and goes back down, this is the new level we need to keep an eye. If it goes above this, then it's likely to maybe go higher. But here it could possibly respect and continue moving down anywhere from there. So I might get in one more contract depending on how this shapes up. And then if it continues to go higher, then I probably would just get out. That's what I would want to plan on doing at least. So we got the 5-minute fair value gap. It's kind of eating into it a little bit. We hope that we will not go past this level because that will give us a little bit of indication it might want to continue going higher. So we're wicking down. That's good. We have this bearish push here. We can look at volume on the 5-minute. We have we can see this is a thing I also made. It's a heads-up display that right next to price action you can see the volume. The previous volume is 15,000 on this 5-minute candle, 15,000 here, and then 2,000 here. So with 2 minutes left, there's not much volume in this candle. We've kind of, the volume slowed down quite a bit. This little indicator up here is these reversal pushes, only the reversal, not the continuation, but it will say on every time frame where that reversal is. And so that's been handy. It's just like a heads up display on any time frame you could see. And then it also has a countdown timer of how many minutes or seconds left in any given candle. All right, we'll make another push down. If we get past these lows, we might be in good shape. Have you tried ES? Because I haven't been trading MNQ because it's like a more rambunctious older brother of ES. They track similarly. They do have some divergences, but I trade ES just because I'm trying to figure out how small of a count I can start with to build. And with too big of an with a small account on MNQ, it's like less leverage basically than having ES. So is there a reason why you're doing MNQ as opposed to ES? Or even another one I've learned about is this this Marshall 2000, whatever it's called. It's like even less rambunctious than ES. Okay, we're getting to this key level. We're hoping it's going to break through and then just go down and take profit. And we see like reversal, volume reversal, moving down. Okay, we're broke, and let's see if it gets all the way there. Kind of even want to put like a stop loss on there because if it pivots, it may like have another little rangy period here. And now that we've kind of broken out of this little mini range, it may continue to range. It may completely reverse. We've got this reversal candle, but it is wicking down. I've got this momentum shift. I have it to do this early probability, so it doesn't actually, it'll flash when there's like the velocity of it going up, or the momentum is starting, is like a preemptive warning. But that turned off, so that's good, and we hope that will continue down. We did not make a fair value gap on the 1 minute on the downside, which is a little disappointing. So looks like we did gap down on this candle, which is a good sign. And we need to break this low. Okay, that's looking good. All right,
Order filled.
we're out. So now I would look, because this is like another little point of contention here. What we're going to do at this level, if we're going to reject and go back up, or if we're going to go through that level and continue down. Looks like we are continuing down. Might go to this level. But considering I started with, I was like up a little bit from the previous day, since I haven't really traded this strategy on my own because I've been watching the Mamba FX stream. But now I am, this is my first day kind of putting all my pieces together and trying to be intuitively trading using what I've learned overall. And a lot of days it's like this. I'll do like $400 on a small account. So this looking like it might want to go down further. I like to keep an eye on this 1 hour too, because if it reverses later in the day, which it doesn't look like we'll have the volume unless it just really spikes in volume. So anyways, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so that's this Arjo strategy. You can look that up under QQDD. And then what's this one? This is the opening range. I'm not sure if that one is in there. This HUD, I don't think that one's in there. This one, I think it might be in there. This is the MTF time left. It's kind of like the reversal candle. All right, so we're kind of like pushing strong now. Let's see what's going on here. We worked back above it though. So got an up candle there, pushing back a little bit. I think I'm probably done for today. But if this was helpful, give me a like and subscribe. Send the notification to let you know when I'm streaming. I'm pretty much going to be streaming every morning for for 5 days a week. But thanks for chiming in. I got to get back to work. Oh, look at this. It is moving. So this probably will go all the way down here. Well, good luck to you, brother. I think I'm going to sign off now. 241 in profit today. It was a little touch and go because I was like getting out of trades and I was like, I think down $80 at one point. But it's better than what I had been down previously. And I've shown myself that I can actually take a small loss and my wins will overpower that. So good luck to you. Let me know, chime back in if you have any success yourself and if you start streaming or anything.